Hey guys, I'm Brittany Rivers and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to show you all how I achieved this icy blue hair with dark roots. This is a normal 613 wig. I did these dark roots myself. I'm going to show you how to do it and all of that in this video. I dyed my hair this color specifically to match my little telfeezy I got. This was my first one. Like since that time I got one and another one on the way. But I'm going to take you all through this process. This wig is from Aliexpress Hair. I bought this 100% myself with my own money. And y'all, I made some mistakes during this video. Like that really made me realize I really love what I do. Because I remember, quick little story. I didn't even get to my intro yet. Quick little story. So I worked my first job when I turned 16. Everybody had a job. I wanted a job too. I worked at Popeyes for 1 month. My first check was $119. I spent all 119 of those dollars on hair from Aliexpress, and I put bleach on it. It immediately turned gummy. True story, you all. Like, that's such a me thing to do, like, to really spend my whole check on some hair from Aliexpress at that. So then I just realized, wow, I really like what I do, because I'm telling y'all how to avoid those mistakes, how to fix it, because I messed this up. And I'm going to show y'all how to fix dyeing mistakes in this video. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. I'm kind of feeling this. I kind of am. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Y'all see it? Follow me on Instagram at Madam Brittany. And let's go ahead and get into this video. So firstly, I will be using the Revlon Colorsilk dye in the color 41 medium brown. This is the color for the roots. Got this from the beauty supply. It was probably like $3. And I'm using the Adore dye. I didn't use the Luxe Blue dye at all, but I did end up using the 4 powder blue ones. But in hindsight, you really need at the most 3. You definitely need no more than 3 of them. So here's the wig. This is a normal 613 wig, no dark roots, as you all can see. This is from Aliexpress Hair on Aliexpress. I will link it in the description box. I already did like an unboxing on this hair, so you all can really check it out in full detail. But right now we're going to be protecting that lace. We don't want the color to stick on it. So in order to protect the lace, we will be using the Got2b Glue Freeze Spray. I'm just going to put the wig on the mannequin head inside out. And we're going to do 3 layers of the Got2b Glue Freeze Spray. We're going to spray all of the lace, get in front of the hairline too, get as much as you can. Spray it, blow dry it, spray it, blow dry it, spray it, blow dry it. And it should be like hard. It should have some kind of white cast on there. And I feel like that's kind of how you know your lace is going to be protected. So to the left, you see I have my boiled water and I have my little aluminum foil pan. This is that pan you get from Kroger and all of that from like grilling and stuff like that. So firstly, we're just going to pour that water into the pan. Be careful. But you all see 613 hair, if you've ever had it, you see it's a little yellow. It's not like your blonde. So the first thing I'm going to do is tone the hair. So color theory, you all. So yellow and blue make green, and we don't want green. So that's why we have to take the yellow out of the hair when we want something like blue. So I'm going to add that purple shampoo, the Shimmer Lights, to the water. And just like this is basically the same thing you do when you watercolor. This stuff is expensive, so I know if you don't want to use too much, you don't have to, but this happened so fast, even I was shook. I learned this from YouTube, but I was shook how fast the yellow left this hair. So I'm just mixing it all with a whisk, and we're going to dip it in like any other time you would watercolor. I'm not even going, you know what? I'm not even going to fast forward this. I want y'all to see like that yellow was gone in less than a minute. The moment I put it in there, like you see it's losing the yellow. You see it's almost like platinum. Like I'm watching this back as I'm talking and I'm amazed. You see that yellow color has already disappeared so fast before your eyes. So I took this to the tub and rinsed out the shampoo basically, and y'all see, like, this is blonde, no yellow in sight. And this happened in less than a minute. So now this is the color we want the hair to get, a light blue. Anything else would have like gave us a little green like tint, made the hair look like a weird color. So just remember to tone it if you want some real blue hair. So now I poured out the purple shampoo and we're finna go ahead and actually do the watercoloring. I boiled some new water. So I'm going in with the powdered blue Adore dye, and y'all, I added too much. So you all are gonna see, I originally made the hair way too dark. My reasoning was I thought this was gonna be the lightest blue in the world. It was gonna be the most vivid light blue, but it only made the hair a lot darker. I did the paper towel test and everything, and the hair was like darker than I really wanted it to be. So you all see, I did the little paper towel test. It looked like a blueberry, and I just thought it was okay. I thought, okay, maybe it looks different because it's a paper towel, but that's the color I got. So believe what you see on the paper towel test. So you all see the colors coming in. I thought that looked pretty nice. Like, it looks light bluish, but it just wasn't what I wanted in the end. So this is the color I ended up getting, and I was sick, y'all. I was like, what is this? Like, this is nowhere near light blue. I just wanted something totally different, and I was so devastated. I laid in bed for a little while, got in bed, took a nap, and I was just like, what am I gonna do? So this is the hair after I rinsed it all. I was like, I know my subscribers are waiting on me to finish this video, but I was pretty upset, y'all. So I remembered hearing about a bleach bath. So that's what I decided to do on this hair. So I boiled water, and in a separate container, not even this one, I added 4 scoops of BW2 powder and just kind of eyeballed the developer to make the mixture kind of like creamy like. I wish I would have showed you all, but I didn't even think this was gonna work. But I mixed those together and then poured that into the boiled water, my little tin pan, like you would normally pour the dye if you were doing a normal watercolor. And I just set this hair in it, and the hair ended up like losing that color, and you all can see like it's getting brighter. You could leave it on for even longer if you wanted it brighter, but of course if I didn't mess up the watercolor, I wouldn't have to do this step at all. So that's kind of what I mixed it in. You all see it's kind of liquidy. It's not as thick as it would be if I was bleaching knots, but you all know my normal BW2 powder. And after leaving the hair in there for about 20 minutes, this is the color I got, and I was so excited. I also forgot to mention I used 50 volume developer. So this is really what I wanted. It's icy, it's gorgeous. I feel like it didn't really even need the dark roots. Like, looking at it now, I really liked it like this too. But I was like, I felt like dark roots would make it look a little more realistic. Well, you know, not realistic, of course, because it's light blue, but just look like it could be natural. So you could definitely skip this step if you wanted just a light blue wig, but this is the medium brown Revlon dye I showed you all in the beginning. I'm just mixing it like I would mix any like box dye, put it in the container, and then I have a tiny container over there, and I'm going to pour it in there, and that's how I'm going to like kind of distribute it on the hair. But firstly, I'm just mixing the dye like normally. To actually add the dye to the hair, I will be using an edge brush. So one end you have the comb, one end you have the brush. We're using the comb, and that's going to help me distribute the dye and comb through the roots. And I'm using the rat tail comb just to like part the hair basically. So we will only be adding the dark brown dye to the roots of the frontal. So that's all we have to do here. So it's not as bad as you may think. So I'm going to take my little edge control brush, use the comb side again, and we're just going to dip it in there, get it all throughout. I didn't even pour all the dye in here, just a little bit, but if I poured more, it probably would have been easy to scrape. But we just want to get that dye all over the little comb section, and we're just gonna comb through the hair. We're adding that dye. I want it like less than an inch, probably more so half an inch. I didn't want it to be too dark, like the roots to be too long or anything like that, but just add a little darkness to the roots. So we're just going to be repeating this process. We're going to comb through with a rat tail comb, then use the little edge comb and comb those roots. Get up and lower. Just make sure you cover as much as possible. You want to get all the roots, so when you part the hair, it won't look weird or anything like that. So I let the dye sit on the hair for about 30 minutes, and this is how dark it started to look. So I know you saw as I was putting the dye on there, it didn't look too dark, but once you let it sit, it looks a little darker. And also you may have wanted to use like Got to Be Glue Freeze Spray on the lace again. You didn't have to because it really comes right off, but if you want to be safe, rather safe than sorry, use freeze spray on the lace just to make sure it doesn't stain, even though it may not, but if you just want to be sure. So now we're going to pluck the hairline to make it look realistic. You gotta do this, especially with some colorful hair. So I always part maybe half an inch forward, and then I'm going to pluck in that line behind the half an inch I pulled forward, if that makes sense. You all kind of see the process. And I have my tweezers and I'm pulling the hair backwards. I also sprayed the hair. It was dry by the time I did this, but I want it to be wet because you don't want to put holes in the lace, because when it's dry you're going to have more force. It's going to be harder to pull the hairs out and you're more likely to rip the lace. And then you pull that front part, you part it through the hair, pull it backwards and pluck a little bit at the front of the hairline to just kind of give it a different variation of thickness. And you all see we got it laid. Repeat that process through the whole lace and there you have it. It looks good. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm going to link the hair in the description box. If you all have any more questions about the process or anything I left out, just ask me, you all. Like, I'm always in those comments saying something. But this hair is given, and it's been through a lot. Y'all saw I did a whole bleach bath on some 613 hair, and it still is vibrant. I am getting like some shedding though. It's shedding, but like the hair like retained its moisture. And the conditioner I used after I bleached the hair was the VO5, like $1 conditioner you find like at Kroger. It's everywhere. It's $1, you all. And that conditioner worked better for me than BioSilk, which is like an inexpensive conditioner. But yeah, that's basically it for how I achieved this icy blue hair. Like, so I'm 5'7", and this is where it falls on me. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day, you all. Bye, guys.